So when I was in the store early and I was getting my inspiration, I thought, how can I differentiate myself from my competitors? In the beginning of time, before the internet, I was the only game in town. You want to buy a wedding gown, you're coming to Renée Strauss, or you're going to drive, God knows, 150 miles, and in those days people didn't, really like to do that. Now people will do that. So how could I differentiate myself from my competitors? And what products could I introduce that would sort of, establish new clientele or make people start talking about it? These are the things that you as retailers should always be looking at your business and trying to think about it, try to be creative with. And another reason why you have staff meetings, because it's during those staff meetings that are so critical. Remember, you are the head coach of the team. Through those staff meetings, your staff are the boots on the ground in your customers' faces, unless you yourself are, even better. And it's from those meetings that you get your great ideas about what people say is missing, or what they wish they could find in your store, or what they love always coming back and finding. Those are very, very important pieces of feedback. And of course, I used to think, as all of you do, and that's why you're here, how can we increase our cash flow? So it's through all of these questions that we ask ourselves, how do we create more consumer awareness, bring more attention to our businesses, differentiate ourselves from our competitors, introduce new products to our established clientele, increase cash flow in perhaps an otherwise slow time of year. One wonderful way to do it is by having in-store events. Because if you are able to produce the event really well, it should cost you very, very little, sometimes nothing, believe it or not, but it should cost you very little at most, and it should create a buzz which will be contagious, and the buzz is what will keep it active and keep your name on the tip of the consumer's tongue. So, again, imagine yourselves getting to your businesses early in the morning before it's open and walking around the store and getting some inspiration. Getting some inspiration from the companies and products that you'd like to promote. For example, with which reps? How many of you work with reps directly? And how many of you just go right to the company and place your orders without a rep? Okay, so some go, it depends on your route. Well, first you want to figure out which relationships you have with which reps that you feel like you can really sort of open that door, have an easy conversation, and get somewhere, and get their support in your store for an event. And a very, 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 very critical part of the relationship is, with whom do you have really great credit? Because no matter what, no matter how many people love your store, and no matter how much you sell, if you don't pay your bills on time, then the manufacturers will not give you the time of day. So it's very important, no matter even if you do a little bit of business with a company, just by paying your bills on time will increase the chances of them taking your calls and being receptive to your requests when you call. It was always, for me, the highest priority. And which companies have the items that you sell in your stores that have items that you want to promote? What do you think will be inspirational or fun or just interesting for you to build an event around? These are the questions that you want to be asking yourselves when you're deciding on whether you want to do an in-store event. And then when you're here at the mart or you're out on a buying trip, when you're shopping for your businesses, you'd want to ask yourself as you're shopping, what are new or what innovative items can I see that I could potentially introduce to my community first? That's really important. I don't think that people should drag themselves down by being all consumed with what your competitors are doing. I think that that can prove very negative, because then you put all of your energy onto, oh my God, what are they doing? Oh my God, what are they selling? Oh my God, what are they promoting? But I wouldn't say that you should take it out of the equation in terms of just knowing what's going on in your community. It's good to know what's happening, but you need to know your own identity, and you need to be secure in your identity. and know that what you do, you yourselves as unique individuals, do it like no other. And that's where you need to put your main concentration. So once you've decided, I think I'm going to do an in-store event because I want to increase awareness, I want to build bigger, cast a wider net in terms of clientele, I found some interesting and unique products, I think I might be able to sort of make a little in-store party around it. Let me think about this. Let me see what I can do. On your sheet that you have on your chairs, it shows you point number 3. It says, be audacious. In order to engage with your consumers, you first have to engage with your suppliers.